The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word. Because what? He despised his word.
He despised his word, man. He despised the word of the Most High. A lot of our people, I tell my brother, listen, man, it ain't right for you to steal from your brother.
Put a bounty on Donald Trump. Go ahead.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague.
Famine and plagues. So these plagues are going to continue to happen. So what we're here telling you, that you so-called blacks and Hispanics got to repent, and you so-called white people, you gotta start showing remorse for the ancestors and your forefathers for what they did to our people. All right, 2019 made 400 years.
I understand, and I also understand that in Mexico you can find statues that look exactly, and pyramids that look exactly like what you find in Africa and Egypt. And I'm with that. I'm not opposed to that in any kind of way. I'm not opposing that.
Where did the Israelites serve as captives?
The Israelites served as captives as
in
people
Egypt.
who took
in
captives.
Egypt.
But
Right.
what do you consider Israel? Do you consider a Jew a person who worships Jewish religion, or a person from Jerusalem?
No, neither or. To be a Jew, you have to be of the royal bloodline.
No, to be a Jew, you have to worship Jewish religion.
No.
People are born
That's
into Jewish
Jewish.
religion every day.
That's the ish. That's the suffix. No, we're not saying
You know
Jewish.
etymology.
Come on,
Yeah,
hold on.
etymology.
So
Most definitely.
Jewish is just a suffix.
It's like a Jew. It breaks down like a Jew. Yes, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. But that's the suffix. If I say this white boy over there is acting blackish or niggerish,
No,
does that make him a nigger
like
or
the
black?
TV show Blackish, right?
Right.
I understand,
Okay,
right?
so that's the difference between Jewish and a Jew.
Well, no, I understand. I posted a thing the other day on Facebook, actually, considerate to this exact point about Denzel Washington, where he's sitting with his family and he's telling them the difference between culture, right, and like racism. Right, so they're asking him like, so you don't think it's okay that a white man could direct this movie or a black man could direct this white movie? And he's like, well, you know, this Jewish guy could have probably did a good job directing this movie, and this black guy could have probably did a good job directing this Jewish movie. But either way, you know, this guy, it's about culture.
Yeah,
like,
but that's going around. Yeah, I hear you. And the Bible's our culture. Let me show you something real quick about Issachar. You got it?
Genesis 49.
It should say it there. Where's the car? Right there. Read it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 14.
Bring it out.
Issachar is a strong ass.
Issachar's a strong ass. What's an ass? What's an ass?
Two cheeks in the hole.
A donkey.
I'm just talking shit.
Right. What a donkey? How's the stature of a donkey? It's very short.
It's of a mare of a small horse.
But it's strong as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch this here. Read that again.
Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens.
Between two burdens. That's what they do. They work
between two hard places.
And they nobody work like a so-called Mexican. And we say so-called because
I don't know, bro. I know some older black guys and some older white guys that fucking get down.
No,
bro.
of course. I hear you, but
I know, I'm just talking shit. I know. I'm just talking shit.
right. See, now you say he's just talking shit. Go ahead. But I want to get to my point because she's anxious to get her question. Hold on, real quick. Go ahead.
And he saw that rest was good.
And he saw that rest was good, man. With siesta, okay. That they see when a so-called Mexican get off work, what do they do? What do they hit? That Corona, that tequila, and they drink till they get drunk and they pass out.
But you know that Spanish only came to Mexico after the conquistadors came and conquered Spain.
Right, we're not Spanish. There's a difference between the Spaniards and the Mexicans of indigenous
don't speak Spanish.
Of indigenous descent.
We don't speak Spanish.
Of antiquity.
No, we speak Toa Texas.
Of antiquity, but Mexicans speak Spanish.
No, Spanish people speak Spanish, and people who think they're Mexicans speak Spanish. But real Mexicans,
right? I'm not talking about antiquity. They were speaking many different languages. At one time, they were speaking Hebrew.
Well, they spoke to a tick from it.
I don't know that word. What that language is.
It's the natural language that people spoke in Mexico.
Wait, let me get to this. And first of all, Issachar, right? Issachar, the word Issachar means he's hired.
Yes,
These are prophetic things that's how we line up the prophecies with knowing who we are as a people.
Yeah.
So when you look at the so-called Mexican, he's always hired. Okay, and he's hired for cheap wages.
He's hired. There you go, hired.
Right. He's hired for cheap wages.
That's right.
For the cheapest, these are part of prophecies. And he's short in stature. The donkey represents the so-called Mexican.
Oh, that's right. That's why we run a mix. That's why we run a donkey.
So this is what I'm trying to show you. You are from the children of Issachar.
So he is from Israel.
That's right. Before we ended up in Mexico, where did they come from?
The Bering Strait.
No. See, that's when you start thinking that you're a Mongolian.
No,
we're not Mongolians.
The Mongolians came from the Bering Strait. That's
right, we're not Mongolians.
No, I didn't say we was Mongolians. I said that's the people who came. The people who was already over here, bro. We came over here before Morocco was established. See,
listen, we're not gonna go into the America was Morocco and Morocco was.
No, I was going previous to that.
Yeah, we don't subscribe to that doctrine. It's kind of foolish. You know what I mean?
I don't see how.
Bering Strait theory had been debunked like what, 10 years ago?
The Bering Strait theory is still a fact to this day. People have crossed that to this day.
Give me Esdras. Give me second Esdras. Go to second Esdras. What is it? 6.
Yeah, 6 and
30, I think.
no, I think it's 6 and 31.
6 and 41. I know you wait patiently. But I gotta get some. Hey, King, stop getting distracted. Stop getting distracted, man. Stop getting. What you was drinking today?
Beer? I had 2 beers at the Garden City.
You was smoking something good then. That's what it was.
I got some gas if you want.
Oh, nah, we don't smoke, but yeah.
No, it's all good.
I dig it. You know what I mean?
I had 2 beers at the Garden City. That's what I'm saying. I don't really get out like that. This is my first time coming out in like 6 months. I came out tonight with my partner, my home, my old lady.
Second Esdras.
Right.
You goddamn do the damn thing.
Definitely. But let me show you a prophecy that happened, man. And this is the reason why. This is how the so-called Mexicans, the Native Americans, and the Puerto Ricans, everybody came on this side of the earth. Go ahead. Let me see. Was it? No. You getting what I want out?
Okay.
What is it? Hold on, I'm gonna get you something real quick. I'm gonna show you how we derived, how we came over here.
Say what you need to say and then
Y'all be on Clubhouse all day. Nobody, they be pulling this scripture out all day. Nobody know already.
Second is 13.
13 and 41. Yeah, 1341.
1341.
Yeah.
I said 6 and 41. It's 13 and 41.
Come. I just want to because I want to get to her question too.
Yeah.
And
you could tell them.
we're gonna leave the Irish man alone. Who Cherokee? You went from
I'm
Irish to
Cheyenne
Cherokee.
Creek. My mama's 60% Cheyenne Creek.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Hey yo, start at 10. Start at 10. Tell him to start at 10.
My mama's people came
No,
from
start at
North
40.
I
Salah.
was talking about him. I was not talking about you. I was not talking about you. I was talking about your homie.
No, I know.
But you definitely are people, and I can tell you're
40.
witness, man.
13 and 40.
I just wanted to
Second Ezra, 13.
Right. Now watch this here. This is prophetic, and this is how we came over here. Watch this here, okay?
This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 40.
bring it out.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners.
The 10 tribes, which is the so-called, well, it would be the Northern Kingdom, mostly the Latino, the so-called
Israel, yes sir.
Right. Now watch this here. Go ahead.
Out of their own land, in the time of the Osees the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
So we was fleeing away from the king of Assyria. Okay, there was a reason why we did that. Watch this here. Go ahead.
And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land.
Now watch this here. Check this out. Now it says, and so they came into another land. Watch this.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
They will leave the multitude of the other nations that was persecuting them. Okay, go ahead.
Neither, where neither mankind, Salakia, where neither mankind dwelt.
Where neither mankind dwelt. Now watch this here. Like there was nobody dwelling on this side of the
When they teach in school, right? When they teach us scientology in high school and in middle school,
Right.
is that the theory of evolution, which is Darwinism.
Right.
People came from monkeys. But what Charles Darwin determined was that Western Europeans came from monkeys.
Right.
Dark-skinned people with melatonin in their skin didn't come from monkeys. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I got a homeboy. He's an older cat. He's probably like 37, 38. My homeboy Brian Florence. He's way more educated than I am. He put me on 90% of the knowledge that I have. And I'm a little fucked up, so I might be askew right now.
But I'm gonna tell you this, because you bearing witness that right now you can't have a conversation like this in 5 points. You don't understand what I'm talking about, but this is for them right now. I'm just trying to show them real quick. You see what I'm saying?
This shit don't fly.
Oh, see, he know 5 points. He know right there. You see that? So he's on point. The man know what we talking about. You know what I mean? Right.
5 points in Atlanta is the collective, like 2 or 3 blocks of what's down there, right? Every city. Ice Cube said it himself. Every hood is the same.
Right. Same shit, different toilet.
Exactly.
Right.
That's my saying. Literally my saying. Same shit, different toilet. I say that shit every day. Ice Cube said, every hood is the same. Where I come from is from the bottom.
Right.
I ain't dark skinned. My mama dark skinned. My daddy not dark skinned, but his parents dark skinned.
Right.
When my dad's mom came from Spain, so it all breaks in. You know what I'm saying? It's just the understanding of what's right and what's wrong. We have a natural law in our mind, and naturally, of what's you look at something. You're in high school, right? You're walking down the hall, and you see kids getting bullied. And you know that shit's fucking wrong, but you choose not to stop the bully. You see what I'm saying? Because you're scared to get your ass whooped. So you let this motherfucker deal with the consequences himself, and you just walk on past. You see what I'm saying? But if you did stop that motherfucker from whooping his ass, you would have had another motherfucker trying to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? You could have had a whole nother person listening to what the reality of what you have. And the reality that we have is a completely different reality from what these people down here understand and learn and what they grow up as. They were taught completely different.
Right.
So we as the people have to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what we out here doing?
Well, no, I know exactly what you out here doing.
What we doing?
We out here trying to save people from not knowing what the fuck they fucking up on.
Right.
Because if you knew better, you would do better. And they don't know better, which is why they don't do better. They follow by what somebody tells them, which is why they go by complicit laws and shit. You know what I'm saying? We know what's right and what's wrong because we know what's natural. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's natural is what's right or wrong. You don't hurt nobody, you don't steal from nobody, you don't kill nobody, you don't rape nobody. I mean, it's really that easy. It literally tells you in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these are literally Bible verses, bro. And nowadays, people don't even think about that shit. People don't do what they want to do. People don't want to hear what we have to say.
And there's nothing new under the sun.
No,
and
everything is reciprocated. Okay.
Right, and the scriptures is our guideline. The scriptures is what shows us. It shows us how to move, how to operate. There's a moral, there's a civil, there's a ceremonial law, there's a dietary law. You know, we're not supposed to eat pork.
No,
you're not supposed to eat shrimp.
You're not supposed to eat anything that has heart. But it goes beyond.
No, that's that vegan doctrine.
Well, no,
listen,
it's not even a doctrine. It just goes beyond what, you know what I mean?
Nah, because there's certain meats. Shalom King, you can eat meats that are not scavengers. You can eat meats
anything that's not a battlefield.
Right, and meats that eat grass, that don't eat other animals.
Yeah, that's how you in the Bible. Any hoofed animals. Any hoofed,
not any hoofed animals, because there's ones that have hooves. No, there's ones that have hooves, but they don't chew the cud.
No, you're right.
So you can have hooves, but if you don't chew the cud, you can eat another animal. A pig got hooves.
I was just quoting what I have read in the Old Testament.
Right.
Of the King James Version. Which they have many different Bibles now, many different
versions. Well, this is the King James Version.
Oh, okay. What we do with the King James.
Right.
We're not. It's more accurate when it comes to things that have been changed nowadays too, like the NIV version nowadays. When I was in jail in 2012, I had a guy, young black dude come and tell me. He had a thing every Wednesday. He would come and tell us like a preacher something, right?
Right.
And he showed us in 5 different Bibles at the same time that these NIV versions and newer versions of the Bible, they don't preach the same thing that the King James, the original King James version said. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's crazy because I'm kind of fucked up right now, and they just want to wait and say their turn, but I'm kind of speaking that shit. And they hear the shit every day.
What's your nationality? You Mexican too?
I'm Irish.
Colombian Irish.
What's your father?
My father's Irish.
Like Caucasian Irish?
No, old Irish.
No. Caucasian Irish.
Like potato pickers.
That motherfucker. Man, I promise you.
Hey, I know you talking about the potato pickers. Listen to me.
I'm asking, yeah, I'm just asking, no, because this
What a great man. What a great man. What a great man.
Right.
But you still talking.
Jonathan.
Every time we walk in, listen to me because I'm walking.
He go Compton, Inglewood ass motherfucker.
Oh, he got balls over there.
Every time we
He got balls. No, this one?
Yeah, Kirk right
No, I'm talking about the one next to
I don't know.
Every time
Oh,
you want to
okay.
get some,
Yeah, watch the sign, though, watch the sign. Okay, hold on, one at a time, one at a time.
Hey, yo, Ak, he said he thought we were battle rapping over
Oh,
here.
you thought we was battle rapping? Nah, we ain't battle rapping.
I know that.
You can say, yeah, okay, hold on now. So, but I just want to give you one scripture before I go to you. We're going to go to it, but and real quick.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15.
Bring it out.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in those in whose land ye dwell.
So you got to make a choice.
What I heard
Now,
was,
but a
even
man
if you
you
know they
dwell.
wrong, when you
Right.
know they wrong, you know what you choose is right. You know what you choose is right. Even if they...
But
no,
man
because you're taking people around the world and you're gonna get them lost in Albuquerque. This is what I'm trying to tell you though. You gotta make a choice today. You know what I'm saying? And when I say today, I'm talking about once you get this understanding. Who you're gonna continue to worship white Jesus? You're gonna continue to worship Guadalupe, Saint Mary. You're gonna continue, but our people do. We're gonna continue to worship crosses, Allah, Buddha,
Whoever they tell you to worship.
right? Or we're
No,
gonna
sir.
worship the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one that showed us. The Bible tells us not to be homosexuals. The Bible teaches.
The Bible says also in the Old Testament that only the Jews are his children.
That's right. And what you
I'm
think?
not a Jew. I'm Mexican.
But you're
I'm
an
not
This is
Israelite.
this is
None of
what
my
we.
family is Jewish. I'm
Look,
not
he
an
just
Israelite.
said. Wait, look. What you just said?
Israelite. You
Yeah.
are a son of God.
How am I
You
Israelite?
see that?
I don't know nobody from
We're
Israel. Nobody
just-
in my family is
That's what we're showing you. You are a child of Israel.
I mean, I see what you're saying.
This is who you are.
Look, but this is who I am.
Right. Okay. You know what? Give me Issachar
Y'all
in
see
Genesis
the cross?
49 real quick.
Y'all see the cross.
You
Cross is hard for a
him
reason.
as an ass.
This man.
That's my
Okay.
dude. He ain't black, he ain't white, he ain't Cuban, he
You got
ain't
some fly
Asian.
kicks
He's
on.
my guy.
You got some fly kicks.
I don't like yelling at me 'cause I'm
Magic.
getting too much into scripture. She like, you drinking? No.
I'm not really religious. You know
This
what I mean?
ain't religious though. This ain't religious.
And you know what I mean? I done been-
Right, but
I'm not saying I know
we
it all.
teaching you we teaching you your truth.
That's a Wikipedia. Well, Wikipedia also says that the owner of the Green Bay Packers is Dak Prescott. It's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Now they beat them. But, well, no, it's not that. It's not the internet. It's not the internet. It's not the source. It's the simple fact of. It's the simple fact of logic and what I'm.
You're one of the fastest talking Issacharites I've ever met.
I've never.
You're an Issacharite, brother. Go ahead.
No,
Go
I have
ahead.
a friend who told me he was
Hold on. Go ahead.
That says New Mexico mystery. So a lot of do not New Mexico. That's in America, and none of my family's from New Mexico. My family's from Old South.
What part of America is America?
Well,
Arizona's
okay,
Mexico.
No.
California's Mexico.
Texas.
No, wrong. Anything from the Mason-Dixon west is naturally American, or east, excuse me. Anything from the Mason-Dixon line, where the fucking Mississippi fucking river flows up country, right, was to the left. That was originally Mexico. Anything past that, past Louisiana and the Mason-Dixon line, the Mississippi River, was considered Mexico back in the day.
Where's New Mexico?
Everything west of North America is considered Mexico, in my opinion.
Yeah, but so that New Mexico is technically Mexico.
Yeah, well, back then,
So
yeah.
so this is an ancient stone in New
Okay.
Mexico with Hebrew writing.
I know.